All righty. Well, good evening, everybody. This is Holton Bugs here, calling in from Houston, Texas. And I am actually going to be your host. I'm going to be your presenter and also your CEO of iBuumerang. And so I want to say, first of all, congratulations to everyone. Had a very difficult time for me getting on. Our Zoom lines are completely maxed out, I believe, on both the English and the Spanish channel. And so I want to just say congratulations to each person that's actually listening in. I know at this moment that we've got people from all around the world. If you're just joining in and have not had a chance to do so yet, whether you're on Facebook Live, whether you're on Zoom, I'd love for you to go ahead and just put into the chat where you're from, where you're actually calling in from. If you're from the United States, put your state. If you're outside of the United States, put your country and the state of where you are. And we'd love to see who we have on here. Wow, people from all over the place. I see Iraq, I see Montreal, Fresno, Orlando, Tucson. It's moving so fast that I can't even see all the people that we actually have here. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be very, very special for me because I have a chance and an opportunity to really explain what I call my little baby. I'm going to actually lower my screen here a little bit, see if I can lower it a little bit. And this may be just a little bit better. There we go. Tonight's going to be very special for me because I have an opportunity to share what I call my baby. You know, my wife and I, we have a 22-year-old son, but I tell you, this baby here called iBuumerang was absolutely probably been one of the biggest births that's been waiting for so long for the entire industry, not just myself. But for those of you who are on the call and who don't know me, I want to just give a little bit of my background, and hopefully the person who invited you on this call has actually shared a little bit with you, because I don't want this call to be about me. I really want it to be about you, and that's what I'm going to focus on tonight. If you hear me speaking a little slow, it's because we actually have this webinar right now is actually being translated in over, I think translated right now in about 7 or 8 different languages is what we have going on right now at the same time. So I will speak a little slower than I normally do, just for the sake of the people that we have who are actually listening in other languages. Well, let's go ahead and get going, and so I can share with you just a little bit about my background and who I am. Holton Bugs, I live right here in Houston, Texas, born in Tampa, Florida. And I've been involved in this industry that we call network marketing or direct sales. September the 1st will actually represent 29 years that I've actually been a part of this industry. And I started off with what I call meager results. My first 7 years in this industry, I never really made much money. I topped out at about $500 a month. And I made that about 3 separate months. I averaged about $70 a month for my first 7 years that I was involved in network marketing. I'm not here to give you what I call my sob story, because I don't have one. I can tell you, those were the best 7 years of my professional and business career. It was a time that I had a chance to learn from some of the people that I believe are the best in the entire world, not only in network marketing, but some of the biggest thinkers and some of the biggest and best communicators that I've ever had a chance to be around. At that time, I really didn't know it, and I didn't know that I was really getting an education at that moment. But years later, I recognized that I was getting an education. And those 7 years served me well. I actually transitioned there, and I started my own traditional business in the furniture business. And what I realized by owning a traditional business is that you don't necessarily own the business, that the business actually owns you. Now, if those of you out there who are listening right now have owned the business and you feel like the business owns you, just type yes in the comments so I can see whether you can relate to what I'm talking about. I realized that I had to actually walk to the beat of the drum of my customers. And they told me what to do. They told me what time I had to be at work. They actually controlled all of everything that I was doing, because had it not been for my customers in a traditional sense, I wouldn't have had an income. And I start to realize I didn't have control in my own life. And that was why I actually started a business. And I never, ever saw freedom. And people in my industry, specifically in the retail business, actually the only way that they retire is when they sell the business off or leave it to someone. and it's normally later on. And what I really wanted in life was not just money. And I know many of you on this call right now, money is a real big, important part of all of our lives, but it's not necessarily the money. It's about what we're going to do with it. It's called lifestyle. And that's what I wanted. Lifestyle to me represents not only having money, but having the time and the freedom to go out there and enjoy it. And that's really what I wanted. What I found myself doing is getting back into network marketing because I saw that it didn't have all of the strings that were attached that traditional business had. And I had learned so much in my traditional business and network marketing that I was able to go out and succeed. And I started now getting on the other side of success and the other side of money. I was fortunate enough to be able to position myself, whereas I worked really hard building a team, that we actually built a team of a little over 3 million distributors. And we generated billions of dollars of revenue through direct sales. And we did it in so many countries around the world, over 35 plus countries at that time. Here's what I recognized during that. This was the time that I had the biggest success of my life. All over the entire world, our name grew up in lights and people knew who I was because of that little simple product that we distributed that nobody thought we could make work. But what I did recognize was I started to look and say, the network marketing industry has a few flaws in it. People like myself, people like some of the people who even invited you, or some of the people that I've grown up with who had a lot of skill sets that were identical to me, that network marketing seemed to be designed for them. Network marketing seemed to be designed for the go-getters, the person who was energetic, the person who had a great sales skills, and people who had very good communication skills. I started to recognize, even over the 40 plus, almost 50 people that I helped become millionaires in network marketing, directly working with them, I recognized, where are the other 3 million people? I'm not saying that they all should have become millionaires, but where's the success stories? And what I started to recognize was that there needed to be a change. A change needed to come into the network marketing industry. And instead of me looking around, hoping that somebody else would actually take the industry and modify the industry and change it, I volunteered. I stepped up to the plate and I said, here's my legacy. I no longer had to start a company or be involved in a company for money. We had gotten money out of the way and that was not an issue. But I love this industry. I have a strong passion for it. I've worked with people all over the entire world. And one of the things that I wanted to do was be able to look people in their eyes and actually share with them what I believe was the truth about our industry. And I can tell you that with what was going on in the industry, I wasn't so proud of it. And hence, ladies and gentlemen, I actually started iBuumerang. Today, what you're going to hear about is a very simple concept. I'm going to share with you 3 simple things that we do, and I'll tell those 3 simple things to you now, and then I'll explain them. What you're about to see right now is revolutionary. It's something that's never been done before in network marketing history. We're very strong believers in disruption. We understand how to disrupt. When we say disrupt, it doesn't mean that we disrupt other people's income or other people's businesses. But what we do is we find inefficiencies in markets. We're very good at it. We've got a great team at doing that. And what we do is we fill those inefficiencies with solutions. And what that allows is a great opportunity for those people who are actually participating. I'm going to share with you 3 simple things that all of our ambassadors are doing right now that have led to, over our last pre-launch, over the last 6 months, to have generated over $11+ million in commissions that we've actually paid out to distributors or ambassadors all over the world just in our pre-launch phase. Our launch is actually going to be August 31st in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we invite you, even as you don't know anything about our business at this moment. But there's 3 simple things that we do. We actually give away a free technology, which is a website. A customer actually gets it, they use it, and number 3, you get paid. Can't be any simpler than that. I'll say it again. We do 3 simple things to generate income. And the $11 million of commissions that we've already paid out to ambassadors, they actually enrolled because of those 3 simple things. We give away free technology in the form of a website. Customers actually use that website, and then you actually get paid. Now, don't think that that's all that we do or that's the only part that you need to hear. I want to explain to you how those 3 simple things are actually wrapped around iBuumerang. I've got a presentation here that I'm actually going to share with you, a PowerPoint, and I think that you'd be pretty impressed with what we're gonna do here tonight. And I want to share this with you. I want to make sure we can see the screen here. Okay, if those of you can see my screen and you see the the presentation that says iBuumerang on there, just give me a yes or give me a boom. If you can see that, just put boom in the presentation here and on Facebook Live. I can see all of your comments there. Okay, wonderful. All right. So those are the three simple things that we do. And iBuumerang, I want to share with you what the name of the company is, why the name of the company, and then I'll explain the concept to you. When you look at iBuumerang, you look at the concept of boomerang, but we put the I before it. Why? Because this whole company is about giving. What I recognize is this, I recognize that the biggest joy that I've had in my life, in my professional career, was not when I've earned millions and millions of dollars or even per month or even per year. The biggest joy that I've had is being able to give. I found myself that when I was able to empower or impact somebody's life, I found that there was no joy that was greater than watching somebody benefit from the little or the little that I had that meant so much to them. And so what if we put together a company that was actually founded on giving, about giving goodwill? You give goodwill, and just like the boomerang philosophy, when you throw it out there, it's supposed to come back to you. This is the first company that I'm aware of in our industry that's actually been founded on making somebody else's life better by giving them something. So I want to share with you what we'll do here. Tonight, I won't even give you any guarantees of income. I can't and won't make any guarantees whatsoever about income. And I have to give this disclaimer. It's a legal disclaimer that we're required to give, because I can't guarantee that you'll actually go out there and give away a free service. But what I can tell you is this, is that the income that you actually can earn in this concept is going to be based on your ability to give, your ability really to learn a simple system that we have, and your ability to go out there and work. We all know that every one of us who's on this call, we've got different levels of work ethic. But what I want to share with you now is let's get into some of the biggest concepts of our business so that you really understand. This is where I get really excited. You know, when you think about it, it's time for network marketing to evolve. And that's exactly what we wanted to do, is evolve the industry of network marketing. What we wanted to do with iBuumerang is we wanted to give our consumers a very first-class consumer experience. We wanted to make sure that we don't only satisfy our customers, but our goal is to amaze our customers. You know, in our pre-launch right now, we've actually have hit over 100,000 plus customers, and it's almost nearly to 200,000, going to 200,000 very fast in a very short period of time that we've been able to put this together. What I wanted to do is I wanted to bring the very first ever perpetual residual income builder. We call it the PRIB. I'm very excited about the PRIB, and I can tell you right now, this is a first in network marketing, and it changes the entire game in network marketing. Our PRIB really is going to be what we call our ecosystem, in which we're able to do things that's never before able to be done. And we keep it real simple. One of the old models in network marketing is that customers actually pay more. Typically in network marketing, you find products or even services that are of value. And normally what we have to do is we have to go out and sell our friends and sell our relatives, sell our whoever that may be, sell them on the concept of the relationship that we have and justify why they should pay more for a service or a product than they can actually go right down the street to the local GNC or wherever that other store may be and actually buy that same product. You know, I'm not criticizing it, but to me, it's almost as if network marketing has been stuck in what I call the dial-up age, or still stuck in the taxi cab age. I thought it was very important to start moving the industry of network marketing into the Uber age. What I realized my first 7 years of not succeeding was, what was it about me? I watched people over and over get involved in network marketing in my own company, and I would watch people who get involved 5 years after I had joined, and 6 months later, they're earning more and they're doing more in that company than I was. It was the same company. It was the same system. It was the same products, but I didn't understand, why wasn't I succeeding? Many of you who are sitting out there right now watching this presentation, if you can relate to what I'm talking about, can I get a amen or I can relate, all right, in your comment section. And the reason that I started iBuumerang, it wasn't for the people who were professional network marketers. They can go out and sell anything. I started iBuumerang because of the people who were just like me. 7 years not being able to make it in this industry of network marketing. Typically what happens is only the strong recruiters actually win. Well, we reversed that model. Here's why. What I recognize is that our industry was creating more poor self-images than it was creating better self-images. I start to recognize as well that people out there We're perfect. I believe you're perfect. But I believe that network marketing needs to be adjusted. The old model is this here, is that what we wanted to do on the old model is make every single person change and modify who they were and fit network marketing. What iBuumerang has done is said, hey, you stay who you are. We'll show you how to improve and get a little bit better, but stay who you are, true to yourself. And what we're going to do is bend the rules of network marketing and custom fit it just for you. Real simple. No selling, absolutely never, no selling to friends, family, relatives, whatsoever, but just give it. Now, how do we make this work? Old model or the new model is we only make money when customers save money. When customers save money is the only time that we make money in iBuumerang. So I want to explain to you, how does that business model work when customers save money? Well, what we've done is this. We're going to bring this vision to the world, and it all starts with one particular industry. I want to start by talking about this industry, which is what I call the front door of our industry. In Las Vegas, you're going to be able to see how much bigger and broad our company is. But throughout our pre-launch, what we recognize is that if we only had this particular industry alone, I believe that you and your family can go out and achieve all of their dreams and goals if they really worked hard and wanted to. We're talking about the industry of travel. It's an $8 trillion a year, every single year, and none of us have to go out there and try to sell travel. Our goal is not to go out there and make it a $9 or $10 trillion industry. What we recognize is that travel has been a very simple two-person game until iBuumerang came around. And I'll explain to you why we say that. What our goal is and what we're going to share with you how to do is not to go out there and become a travel agent. You can do that if you really want to. We have that program as well. But what if we were able to show you how to give away a simple travel website for free? You can give it to whoever it is that you want to. And when your friends or your family or relatives book, guess what? They'll pay less. And every time they pay less, we'll give you a percentage of the savings. It's just that simple. 1, 2, 3. That means you give, they use, you get paid. 3 simple steps. Let's talk about how big the opportunity is. If you look at Asia, $6 billion a day is being generated in the travel industry in Asia. The US, 2.8, almost $3 billion per day. Europe, almost $5 billion a day. Latin America, almost $1 billion per day. In Africa, $500 million per day is generated in the travel industry. What we're going to share with you is how to do something completely different. Not make travel, produce travel, but just get travel coming your way. And matter of fact, you will see why every single person that you talk to, that you give a technology to with no strings attached, are going to want to make sure they book their travel through their own technology. Here's how it works, okay? I want to share with you what was taking place back in the day. When you look at the travel industry right now, there's only 2 companies that actually make it work. There's Expedia and Booking Holdings. See, before you had all of these different travel companies, Kayak and rentalcars.com, Priceline.com, and we look at all of these, even when you're looking at Booking.com and all of those companies, there's only 2 companies and they own them all. Here's what they recognize. See, years ago, they recognized that they were doing all of this advertisement and they got together and said, hey guys, listen, we're killing ourselves. You advertise a price and we advertise a price lower, and then we come back and advertise a price lower, and then we come back and advertise a price lower. None of us are really making any money. We're driving our price down. So what they did is they came up with the concept and an idea, and they created what's called price parity. This is why if you ever go to the websites, booking engines, you'll see prices typically are about exactly the same, 2 to 3, sometimes $5 or $10 difference because of price parity. They made this agreement and said that the only way that prices can be actually lower is if it's a member-based site. But if it's a public site where you can just go www.com and get on that website, you cannot make the prices low. We have to stay competitive. What has happened? Booking Holdings since then is now generating $58.64 billion in 2016. Expedia, $72 billion in 2016 because of price parity. What they recognize is this is better to work together. But here's what they've done. They've also allowed little guys like myself to get involved as well. They don't look at me as a competitor. They look at us as someone who can actually fill a niche market that they can't fill. See, here's what happens in a hotel room. In a hotel room, if you think about it, if nobody stays in a hotel room tonight, that revenue is lost forever. They will never be able to rekindle or get that revenue ever again. For example, if I had a bottle of water and it didn't get sold today, they can still sell it tomorrow and recoup that loss or recoup that profit. But they can't do it in the travel industry. Once a room is not booked, it is lost forever. And what they've done is they've invited people like us and one of our major partners, which is Extreme Travel, so that we can actually come in and partner with them and create a membership-based site, which we have, that's called the iGo platform that I'll share with you. Now, Extreme Travel is our partner and exclusive travel agency. Last year alone, I mean, all of the awards, the top awards you can imagine that Extreme Travel has actually won. Some of the ones that I can just mention here that you see on the screen: FunJet Platinum, Member 500, Carnival Cruise Lines, Pinnacle Club, Royal Caribbean, Royal Family, the Premier Diamond Agency with Clea, Travel Savers Elite Agency Top 50 Award from 2011 all the way to 2018, and obviously it will be 2019 as well. This is just to give you some idea that we're not talking about a booking engine where you book and then there's no support on the back end. Typically what you find in some other member-based sites is they have the same access, but there's no backbone to it. What we wanted to do is bring you a first-class experience so that you can feel and your customers can recognize the support that's available to you. Let's talk about how this works. We put together our own platform. It's called the iGo. What does it stand for? iGo for less. It's your own wholesale booking engine, and you're able to even give it away to customers. You have your travel booking engine, where you can save up to 70% off retail prices. Can I say that again? 70%, up to 70% off retail prices. Can I get a boom? Can somebody say boom? When I take a look at those prices, and here's what I did, ladies and gentlemen. When this technology was introduced to me well before I ever thought about forming a company, I went on the website and I stayed for 4 long hours, and they seemed like they went by just like this. And I start looking at places that I wanted to go all over the world. And I just wanted to go book somewhere because I couldn't believe what was available on this website. And then I thought, okay, well, I wonder, are they gonna really have me some pillows? Will my room even have windows? Will I have to share a bathroom with the room next door? What is the catch here? There was no catch. It was that here was a niche market and that room was not going to get rented out. And so member-based sites have access to it. And we are the largest one that can give you access to platforms all over the world. Enjoy discount and exclusive experiences, optional travel agent opportunity that we have as well. So our partner, Extreme Travel, will allow you to refer group travel as well. And you can actually earn up to 25% of the commissions on booking travel. We'll talk about those details a little bit later. But the most important thing that I want to talk to you about is this. How many of you would like to have those 3 simple steps, but have an $8 trillion worth of inventory all online and even on your cell phone? I can tell you right now, I just sit and watch all day long people booking trips. And every time I see a trip that's booked, I see a savings. And every time I see a savings, that means somebody is earning a commission. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's get talking about how that actually works. Some of the slides I may skip through because I don't want to be eternal here, but I want to give you at least a snapshot of how this model actually works. But more importantly, what I want you to think about is this. If you could go somewhere that money has lately been an object for you, and you know that if you can get it at a major discount, where would you go? Just think about it. If you can actually save up to 70%, where would you go? You know, summer's over now. The kids are back in school in most places around, specifically here in America. But you know what? Next summer is coming. Spring break is coming. Thanksgiving is coming. Christmas is coming. The holidays will always be here with us. And here's what I want to share with you. Our membership site has no blackout dates. This is not one of these websites that have pre-blocked or prepaid rooms that we've prepaid for. This is a live booking engine. It's no different than you're going on Expedia, Travelocity, or whatever it is. The only difference is if you're a customer, it's your website. It has your login. It has to be a member-based site. So even our customers become members. This example here, New York City, 4.5-star hotel, $339 a night on Expedia. On our website was $179. That's $161 savings per night, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we're talking about the same exact hotel, the same exact room. It's just $161 cheaper. Paris, France, 4-star hotel, $440 a night on Travelocity. On our site, it was only $130. That's a $310 savings. Now, let me ask you a question. If a person is traveling to Paris, specifically from afar, do you think they're staying one night or two or only three? Probably 4, 5, or 6 nights. 5 nights, that's over $1,500 savings. My question, ladies, is this. What pair of shoes or purse could you actually go out and buy in Paris for the savings that you actually had booking on your own iGo website platform? Okay. Here's one, a rental car in New York City, $392. On our iGo platform, $221. It's $171 savings. Here's one that's what we call a week. Now, here's one of the things that blows most people away when they go to our website. What we've been able to do is put together inventory that we have a certain number of weeks that are available. And it tells you up front, this is how many weeks we have, and it's all over the world. We're talking about 7 nights, 8 days, $834. But on our site was $552. This is a $282 savings. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm being very conservative here when I'm talking about the weeks. If I share with you some of the examples that we have, we've seen 5-star all-inclusive weekly vacations for $300. That's food, drink, tax, tip, gratuity, everything included, 5-star. And I'm not talking about one-offs. I'm talking about very often. If you logged into our platform today, you would actually access and see those type of savings. It's absolutely incredible. Remember, same car, same rental company, same room, same resort, just different price. I will never, ever, ever pay retail for travel for the rest of my life because of iBuumerang. Here's some examples here that I put. These are actually live hotel or confirmations, reservation confirmations. And this is how we send it to you when you reserve it. So if you take a look at the first one over here, it was a reservation. We blocked out the names of the people except for one of mine. Their reservation total cost, it says, was $397. But congratulations, you saved $845 and 445 reward credit points for staying at the Sheraton Salt Lake City Hotel. So when you look at it, that was probably a 60 or 70% savings. Here's another one that you see here. The reservation cost $287, 321 credits, but the savings was $532. This is real savings. So when you see the 532, this is what that means. It means that our site actually searched the entire internet, all of the other booking engines, and we were $532 cheaper than the cheapest other booking engine out there for the same exact room. Incredible. Here's another one over here, $945. Reward credits were 1,000, savings of $999. So that was pretty much about a 55, 60% savings. And here's one that blew my mind. This is what propelled me to say, I've got to start a company. I've got to share this with the world. I couldn't believe it. Here's one that I booked to Mexico. I was there, and this was 5 days, 4 nights. My total cost of my room was $1,348, all inclusive, 1,200 square foot suite is what they upgraded me to. All of my drinks, all of my food, tax, tip, and gratuity, oceanfront suite right there on the ocean, oceanfront, ladies and gentlemen. And my savings was $1,589. And when you think about it, for that long length of stay, for $1,300, most of us could actually eat that amount. But that was my entire stay using the iGo platform. Now, let me give you a disclaimer as well, because I don't want to mismanage your expectations. If you go to a hotel and you're typically accustomed to staying maybe at a smaller hotel or maybe a 3-star hotel, maybe you want to stay at the Easy 8, and you're probably not going to see these type of savings, okay? But you'll see savings. So I want to go ahead and manage expectations so that you'll know that. But one of the things that I can tell you that really touched my heart was I had a young lady who was in sales. And this young lady, she told me, she says, Mr. Buggs, I want to thank you so much for starting iBuumerang. And I says, well, tell me, what's been your experience? She said, well, I'm in sales and I'm new at sales and I'm not so good at it, so I don't make a lot of money yet. And she said, I travel for sales. And she said, because I don't make a lot of money at this moment, She says, when I'm on the road, I have to choose which of the 3 meals per day I'm going to miss because I can only afford 2 meals a day. She says, I start using this iGo platform. She says, on my first trip, I saved $36. And she says, I'm just so grateful because I didn't have to choose which meal I was going to miss. She said, Mr. Buck, she said, this platform made a difference of me having 3 meals a day. And that was when I started to understand that Boomerang was absolutely real. See, for me, $1,589 was a huge savings. For her, that represented nourishment. It represented a meal. It represented that she was able to eat with dignity just because she saved $36. And it was a very simple hotel. I think it was the Holiday Inn that she was staying in, but she saved $36. And so when you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, it becomes a lot depending on who you are and what your expectations are. Some of the other things that we do have is we have a lot of other services as well. We talked about the hotels, the car rentals. We've got cruises as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got cruises that are absolutely incredible. We have flights. Now, we don't offer a discount or give commissions on flights. Matter of fact, nobody does. Here's what we do know. Because of the inventory that we do have and the buying power, there's certain routes that we have access to that we can't predict, that our routes sometimes are less expensive than many other airlines or many other carriers that you'll have. So occasionally you'll find some discounts or you'll find cheaper routes, but there's no commissions and discounts there. We've tapped into some inventory of what we call homes as well. We've got right now over 400,000 homes. Some of the same inventory that you'll find if you look at concepts like Inspirato. They've been running commercials lately saying $2,500 per month, and you can go and stay at all of their beautiful properties or any of their beautiful properties, $2,500 a month. Well, guess what? We have that same inventory, and it's not $2,500 a month. Okay, it's as low as $100 a month, $99 a month, and you have access to that same inventory. Okay, and so it's those little secrets that are available that only certain people knew about until iBoomerang came around. We told you about the week's marketplace. We've got access to restaurants. Here's the thing. When you travel, and even if you're not going to travel, what about in your own hometown? We have this right now in America, but I'm going to take this all over the entire world. We've got 18,000 restaurants in our network right now. And I'm almost guaranteed that you can find your restaurant in your city in our platform. Here's what you can do. Before you go to the restaurant, just log into your iGo platform. Choose the restaurant, the food that you want to eat, the type of cuisine, or the specific restaurant. Choose it, and we actually give you gift coupons right here in this platform. For example, a $40 gift coupon for $10, you can buy up to 4. You can buy up to 4. That means, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually have $120 worth of food for $40. For $40, no strings attached. Those are the type of benefits that we have. Why? Because restaurant business is tough. And he says, wow, if we give you guys access to this network and we can fill up some of our tables, we would absolutely love it. So there's so many of those benefits. And here's what's pretty cool. The price guarantee, 110% of the difference. That means if you go out and find the same hotel and the same dates at a cheaper price than on our website, what we do is we give you the difference plus 10%. Why? Because we are very, very secure in our product offering and we know exactly how it actually works. So that's a pretty good offering here. Now, question is, do you boomerang? My question to you is, do you boomerang? If you're out here, tell me whether or not you boomerang. I want to hear a yes that you do boomerang. And if you don't, I'm going to show you how to boomerang. Here's the simple steps of 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts. Here's where the money is, and here's how we actually make this product and this program work. Now, what we do with iBoomerang is this. With you, we have technology, and one of the things that we have access to is proprietary. Now, what is proprietary? Proprietary to us is the ability to give this website away, and when your customers save money, the other half of that savings, we're able to pay that in commissions. It's the first time ever in network marketing has that ever been the case. You say, well, HP, do other companies have access to this platform? Yes. Can other customers pay the cash difference? No, they can give you points. And here's what I told a buddy of mine. He said, well, I saw another website. They give points. I say, take your points to the mortgage company and see if they'll accept them. He says, oh, I got you. iBuumerang, ladies and gentlemen, because of the speed of the growth that we put together and the size of customer base that we've already built, we have a exclusive where we are the only ones who can take the cash and give it back. Here's how that works. 1, 2, 3. Here's what we do. We share 50% of those savings with friends and family or whoever you give the technology with. So that means all of your customers enjoy 50% of the available savings. So the savings that I showed you before, if these were customers who have no strings attached, they pay no fee, no monthly fee, no daily fee, no yearly fee, we will never, ever, ever charge them 1 penny to have access to this membership. But they only access 50% of the savings. And 50% of the savings is absolutely incredible for a lot of other people. Here's how it works. Watch this. Here's an example that I have on the left, and this is an example that's a big savings. So I don't want you to think every hotel is going to offer these savings, but take a look at this. On the left, you have what we call a TSA member site. TSA stands for Travel Savings Ambassador, okay? 70% is what this one was. I pulled this up because this is one that I was looking at for myself. 4.5-star all-inclusive resort, food, tax, tip, gratuity, drink, everything's included. And the discount, if you went on the iBuumerang iGo platform, the savings was $3,399. Ladies and gentlemen, that the total with tax on our platform was $1,467. I get excited right now. How many of you just want to go take a trip when you see prices like that? It makes you just want to go out and travel. It makes you want to go out and experience the entire world. Here's why I know you want to travel. Many of you who are not even in the business yet, if we took a look at your screensaver on your phone or on your computer, it's probably some great destination. Many of us work hard all year long. Why? So we can plan a 2-week vacation. What if every day you were able to enjoy travel? Do you think you'd be able to enjoy trips and beaches now, or only in retirement time? And so when I look at this beautiful world that we have and some of the beaches and some of the places all around the world, I don't want to wait 40 years to go and experience them. iBuumerang gives the opportunity to experience them now. And I'm going to share with you how many people are making a small part-time income and they're loving it, and how many people have taken a big chunk, and many people do not work anymore and have a full-time wealth income in the first 6 months of iBuumerang's pre-launch. Here's how it happens. If you look at the right column here, you'll see the iBuumerang customer site, 35%, that's 50% of the savings. That means that the customer would have still saved $1,699. Well, on this same room, we already told you that $3,399 of savings was available. We only gave $1,699 to your customer, and they are fired up, they're excited. But here's what happens. When you go to places like this, you normally don't go alone. I watch people this summer travel, and they're traveling in groups of 4, 5, 10, or 11, or 6, or whatever it may be. That means each customer could have had their own Boomerang site for free, and these savings would have been times the number of rooms that are booked. Cha-ching. Here's how it works. Look at the Travel Savings Ambassador. This is you. You go out and you throw out the Boomerang, which is goodwill, to your customer. Your customer saves $1,699 in this example, and guess what happens? Okay. We know that there's $1,699 available left. We give you a travel bonus of $849 direct back to you, times the number of rooms that were booked. If that was 5 rooms booked, you get 849 times 5. We take the remaining of that money, we convert it into BV, and what we do is we actually allow the upline or the organization of the team within our structure to actually get an override. It's called leverage. This is the first time ever in network marketing that a travel experience occurs and multiple people upline actually profit from it. Never has that ever been done before. Watch what happens here. Here's a couple of examples. I'm going to give you a couple of customer acquisition models. Let's say this is you here and you get 10 customers. In this example here, let's say that these customers save $600 per year. That's it. Forget about the $1,500, $1,800, $3,000 savings. $600 a year per customer. That's it. Well, that's a total savings of $6,000 with 10 customers. You would have received a $3,000 travel savings bonus. Now, just think about it. What would have to happen right now in your job or in your business to increase your income $3,000 for the year? It's a lot, right? Here's another model. What if you had 100 customers? You multiply that, that's a $30,000 travel savings bonus. Now remember, at this level, you've not even done network marketing. You haven't enrolled anybody. You haven't tried to recruit anyone whatsoever. All you've done is put a simple plan together, and you've given 100 people a technology that is free to use, free to keep forever. So you've done step one. Step two is they're going to go out and use it. They save 600 times 100 people, 60,000 in savings. Step two is now done. Step three is what we do is we pay you. So remember, it's 3 steps. You give, they save, you get paid. If you had 1,000 customers, if you develop that over time, that's a $300,000 income. I know these numbers sound a little crazy for you, but that's what disruption is all about. Who would have thought Jeff Bezos with Amazon would shoot up and become worth over $150 billion and become the richest man in the world overnight? We're not even talking about that. We're talking about something simple, accessing $8 trillion in the travel industry and being able to get paid rewards off of it. These are your direct customers. But what if you wanted to build a network? Here's what happens. If you built the team, and you go out and you say, well, you find other people who wanted to be travel savings ambassadors. In this example, you build a team of 50. In this example here, those 50 got 10 customers apiece. That's 500 customers who travel. Let's say they save $600 a year on the average, not the $2,000, but $600 a year on the average. What you'll recognize is that after we paid everybody else, because you didn't do all the work, you're left with about 10% override or $58 a day. That's $1,700 a month, a little over $20,000 a year. And all you've done is built a team of 50 people who want to do 3 steps: give, people save, and then get paid. It's just that simple. Okay. Here's one. If you built a team of 250, those same results, average savings $600, you're looking at a $288 per day income that's coming in. This is purely off of the customers. We haven't even calculated the income that you can actually earn through other models. This is just off of customers using a free model. If you really got aggressive and built a team of 1,000 people, let's say you did it over time. Now, I want you to understand, we've got many people on our team right now who built teams of over 1,000 just the first 6 months. But maybe you don't have the skill set to do that. Maybe it takes you a little while. What if it took you 2 years, 3 years, and you've got a team of 1,000? They get 10 customers. That's 10,000 customers that you're overriding. They save $600 per year. Here's what happens. You override all of it. In this example here, you're earning about $1,100 a day, $34,000 per month, $414,000 per year. Now, some of you look at it and say, wow, this is way too good to be true because I work so hard and I don't have that. The reason you don't have it is because you don't have a way to leverage yourself. It's not about how great you are. It's about having a system of leverage. Jeff Bezos doesn't make that money because he works that hard. He makes that money because right now there is over 110 million people who are on Amazon Prime. That's called leverage. And in this example, all you've got is 10,000 customers who are saving money, who will never pay retail for travel ever again. Now, real simple, there's a couple other models that we have so that you can actually profit from. And here's how they work so I can be very, very clear. We have a direct sales bonus. That means that anybody who decides to become a travel savings ambassador, they enroll 3 different levels and you can earn $20, $40, or $80 fast start or direct sales bonus when they actually get involved and they purchase one of the packages that is optional. I'll talk about those packages in a moment. Then we have what's called a team builder. This means that you have the ability to build 2 teams, a team to your right, team to your left. Don't worry about whether you have the skill sets to do that. It's simple to do. But what happens is iBuumerang will actually pay you all the way down through infinity on those teams. It will actually max you out there. The maximum earnings that's available in the dual team is around $250,000 per week. Obviously, that's for somebody who's a very, very serious seasoned builder. But here's what's cool. At least you have the opportunity to become that person. You remember little old me, the guy who couldn't even make $70 per month? Well, guess what? I refined my skills, became, a much more proficient in my communication with people. And I've experienced incomes like that, okay? And I don't say that for bragging. I say it because I wanted to make sure that I was participating in an opportunity that had unlimited income potential. Now, how do you get started? Do you want the ability to be able to give away free websites? Okay. If you do, say, I do. I do. Put I do in the chat if you want the ability and you understand the power of this free technology that we have. Costs you $49 to put yourself in position called standby. Okay. I don't see enough I do's right now. I want this chat. Oh, there we go. It's lighting up right there. I was looking at the wrong thing. I see the numbers flashing across right now. Okay, so here's what happens. Here's what you do. I want you to pay close attention. This is critically important, what I'm going to share with you right now. Do not dial off of this channel, I promise you, okay? $49 puts you in what we call standby. $49 gets you this. It gets you your own customer boomerang site at this moment. You also get 5 boomerang customers that you can go out and do the 3 steps with. You give, they book, they book and save, and you earn, okay? You also can refer group travel to Extreme Travel. Our CEO, David Manning, has put together Extreme Travel, and it's actually one of the top travel agency in the entire world. You'll be able to meet him as well in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you'll also be able to meet our director of travel, Lori Spears, who is absolutely phenomenal, 36 years in the travel industry, and they take care of all of that for you. We've got an interactive presentation, so even if I am not your style of presenter, we've got a presentation that works 100% of the time. You push a button, you send it, and it does all of the work interactive, and then you have your TA. Your put 2-day. I think we got logged off. Put 2-day in your site. Okay, there we go. So let me go back and put this back up here. There we go. All right. So if you want to make money today, put it right there in your site, 2-day. Okay. So here's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. How do we do that? This is what we do. 3 different packages. Your customers save. You're able to also start at 10% team commissions when other people join and actually become a part of the team. It's $250. If you're in the United States, it's $99 per month to have this entire business working for you. Some specific countries may be $49 a month at the coach level. Now, let's fast forward. But here you get 100% of the get 1 week access, 1 week advance access. Okay, 1 week advance access to our system when we want to do what we call our iBuumerang experiences. 1 week pre-sale access is what you'll have access to, okay? $99 a month here, $500 to get started, and you're on your way. Now, ladies and gentlemen, most people want to fly first class. First class is one of our premier methods that most people actually choose. It is our #1 selling package that we have, and you get all of the business class. Here's when you're going to get access to the homes, the 400,000+ homes that we have at significant discounts. And every time I've gone on there, we beat Airbnb prices. We beat home away from home, VRBO, same homes. It's absolutely incredible. You get the weeks. That they do, we have it in here. Timeshare access that we have. Plus, you get 50 boomerangs, ladies and gentlemen. That's up $18,000 income potential from customers only. When I looked at that and I said $99 a month, that means I got $1,200 per year cost of doing business with the ability to have $18,000 coming in if I never enrolled or recruited one person. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very strong business. It's $1,000 to get started at the first class. We upgrade you to 15% team commissions. You get 2 weeks. That only. We have something so significant that we are going to bring to you that only people in Las Vegas at our convention at Vision will have access to. Not if you're there on live stream, not if your buddy is there, only the people in Las Vegas. Time right now for you to get started now. I invite you to join the team. We want you to become a part of this. We want you to see the experience. Come, book your hotel, book something, and watch the savings roll in. I'm so excited to bring this opportunity to the entire world, but most importantly, I'm so excited to bring it to you. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, it's been an absolute pleasure of mine to be your presenter, your CEO, your trainer and speaker tonight. And I can't wait to see you on the beaches of the world. Literally. Boom. Goodbye, everybody.